What if I told you a tiny resourceless island, once home to fishermen and pirates, became one of the richest nations on earth? No oil, no land, no hope. Just one man with a vision. How did he do it?
Whoever governs Singapore must have that iron in him, or give it up. This is not a game of cards. This is your life and mine.
Growing up, I always heard Singapore was just a lucky spot on the map, a trade hub destined for success because of where we were located. But luck alone doesn't build a nation. It takes a leader with vision, grit, and some might say, iron in him. And that leader? That was the late Lee Kuan Yew. As we celebrate his birthday today, I'm breaking down the 6 crucial steps he took that changed the fate of this humble island of Singapore we live in today and the lives of everyone here. If you don't know already, smash the like button. My name is Sean and welcome to Realize Gains. Today we're diving deep into the incredible story of Lee Kuan Yew, Singapore's founding father, who took a poor pirate-infested island and turned it into a global bastion of economic prowess. And it's very aptly put, today is actually Lee Kuan Yew's birthday. So, from battling impossible odds to building a legacy that lasts, this is a tale of leadership, strategy, and transformation. Let's unravel how he did it. To first understand what he did, we need to rewind to 1965, Independence Day. Singapore has just been expelled from Malaysia after a turbulent 2-year merger. This tiny island, 700 square kilometers wide, has nothing. It's reeling from 144 years of British colonial rule, scarred by World War II, and shaken by racial riots in July and September 1964. Poverty's everywhere. Unemployment's crippling, and neighbours like Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines are swimming in natural resources Singapore can only dream of. Enter Lee Kuan Yew, a young lawyer turned Prime Minister in 1959. Singapore's first self-governing steps. The odds were brutal. Most thought Singapore was finished, a speck on a map with no future. But Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, he saw a future others couldn't. He didn't just lead, he reimagined what a nation could be. As a Cambridge and London School of Economics grad, he combined legal smarts with a natural gift for picking the right team. He had 6 secret moves that no other leader dared to try at the time. Let's break them down. Move 1. The war on corruption. Corruption could have choked this tiny nation before it even began. But Lee, he wasn't having it. He set up the Corrupt Practices Investigation Bureau, or CPIB, with serious powers to investigate and prosecute anyone, public or private. No one was essentially untouchable. By 2020, Singapore was ranked 4th out of 180 countries for low corruption. That clean system he built, it was trust, it lured investors and laid the foundation for everything that followed. Move number 2. Meritocracy over connections. His mantra was that talent wins. He introduced a meritocratic system. This meant government roles went to the best. Not if you had nepotism, you were well-connected or wealthy. Unlike other nations where fame or cash could buy you a seat, Singapore demanded ability. You had to prove your natural skills, your qualifications, and this ensured sharp, capable leaders who drove progress. It was essentially a machine built for success. Move number 3. Turning location into power. Singapore's spot-on global trade route was a gift, but Lee, he made it a superpower. He poured resources into world-class ports, airports, and infrastructure, turning Singapore into the world's trade crossroad. It wasn't just geography, it was his vision to make Singapore indispensable to global commerce. Move number 4. This vision for a garden city. Right? In 1967, Lee Kuan Yew unveiled his garden city vision, a plan to make Singapore clean, green, and livable. He pushed for island-wide tree planting and strict environmental rules. The result? A barren island actually transformed into a lush green city. Today, when you walk Singapore street, even though we are very land-constrained, you see his legacy. We have parks, greenery, and a city that feels alive everywhere we go. Move number 5. Securing our survival. So a lot of us know that Singapore has no water. That was actually not a problem because Lee Kuan Yew actually locked in long-term water supplies from Malaysia, critical for a nation with no rivers and natural resources. He also tackled housing and food security, building modern estates and supply chains to give Singapore stability. These weren't just policies, they were lifelines for a nation on the edge, because if we didn't have these ties, we'll be starving and dying of thirst. Move number 6. Planning for eternity. One thing he did that was very different from a lot of other leaders that he wasn't just thinking about his time. He planned for the future. He accommodated for the budget. He groomed successors like Goh Chok Tong and later his son Lee Hsien Loong to carry his vision. When he stepped down in 1990, he stayed on as a senior minister and then minister mentor guiding the nation. He was just there throughout. That's why we owe a lot to him. Unlike other countries where leaders actually derail progress, Lee Kuan Yew ensured Singapore stayed the course. Continuity was his final masterstroke. So, of course, he wasn't perfect. Some call his methods tough, even ruthless. But the results, we can't argue with them. Undeniable. He took a poor, vulnerable island and made it into this global leader in trade, finance, and innovation. And by 2025, Singapore's GDP per capita is among the world's highest. It's higher than our neighbours, it's higher than even Hong Kong. It's a testament to his foresight. And when Lee Kuan Yew passed in 2015, he left a nation that defied the odds. Singapore isn't just rich, it's a model of resilience and discipline. His vision reminds us all the time that leadership isn't about personal gain, it's about serving others. As he put it, if you don't have that natural zest,
a desire to do things for other people, not just for yourself and your family, then you can't be a leader.
If every country had a Lee Kuan Yew, maybe there'll be no third world, just nations like Singapore. Because if we can do it as a small village, essentially every other country could. So as we celebrate the birthday of the late Lee Kuan Yew, I just want to say thank you. As always, remember to like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment below on what you think, if you agree or disagree. And I'll see you next time.
I've spent a whole lifetime building this. And as long as I'm in charge, nobody's going to knock it down.